Hi, welcome to another video of the Talk Individual program, Talk Individual Experience. so, uh, I got up um, about maybe 2 hours ago. For today, the remote no monitoring. I went outside. Uh, now, I have ice pick headache. Uh, Earlier, I had them the left side behind the ears. Now, it's at the top. Very, very painful. From the time I got up, uh, again, police sirens, remote no monitoring, and extremely in pain right now. And every time I go to take my medication, uh, again, I use the police sirens. Every time I get up out of bed, they use police sirens. Sitting down through the remote no monitoring. One thing also is that whenever I touch my sheet, remember I talk about whenever uh, if I'm looking at the color green or touching the color green, they will use the police sirens as to intimidate and stuff like that. Uh, I just took my headache medicine. This shit is ridiculous. Uh, I really need to. I've called the ACLU before, all right, to explain to them what's happening, but they run interference, um, so that you can't even go to these so-called human rights and civil rights organization. Okay, um, but there's STIs. There's nothing. Uh, there's no, we can't go to any of these organizations and talk about what's happening to us. Okay, because they run interference, and of course they're going to always use the the label, the mental illness label, whenever we seek out these organizations to talk about what's happening. Again, this is how they get away uh, with these things, and then they try to prevent you from going and speaking to these organizations. And there's a reason why they do this. Okay, now, okay, so my headache is it's. So anyway, I was watching a video, and let me find it here because I bookmarked it. Uh, Again, I want you guys to understand who we are dealing with, particularly STIs, right? Who we are dealing with, okay? The ideology, the philosophy, and the fact that, you know, human experimentation did not begin, actually, in the form that it is today, did not begin with the Nazis, okay? That these things has been happening right here in the United States, and particularly with black people, particularly with people who they consider, uh, unfit to live in a society. And we're talking about eugenics and the eugenics movement and members of those movement. These are wealthy liberals, wealthy conservatives, okay, and their agenda again is to control society, to root out people in society who they deem to be unfit, what have you. And even as a black person, let me tell you something. It's the same thing. Okay, whether you're a wealthy black person, whether you're a well-educated black person, to these people, you are still unfit in the society. They will use you, and if they can't use you, they'll seek to destroy you. Okay, and so this is why they parade certain blacks in front of our faces, so that we have a false idea of reality. Okay, and if you guys just heard the police siren in the background again, but anyway, I didn't know. You see, whenever I find out certain things, they will always use the police sirens, right, to try to uh, intimidate me and to prevent me, to try to stop me from speaking, right? Because they want to keep you silent. So you guys know about Operation Paperclip, which is where the United States brought in Nazis. Okay, doesn't matter what field they were in, they were still Nazis. Okay, and some of them had committed some of the, you know, the most atrocious crimes. Okay, and the genocide of the European Jews. Okay, and I decided to stop using the word Holocaust because, again, um, when you look up the definition of the word Holocaust, because we use it all the time, right? We talk about Holocaust, Jews Holocaust, what have you. But do you know that there are Jewish people who don't like the word Holocaust because of the definition and what it means? It means burnt offering to God, right? Do you know that, right? The word Holocaust means burnt offering to God. But a lot of you people claim the Nazis are atheists, and we know that the Nazis were Christians. They believe in God. Okay, so there was a Nazi SS scientist, right, named Kurt Heinrich uh, Devos. Okay, now this scientist works at NASA, right? Now, how many of those Nazi scientists are, psychiatrists, sociologists, what have you, work in other branches of the government? Because we know, right, this is why black people had to go through the civil rights movement in the 1960s. Why? Because they were those within the government, those within the FBI, CIA, these agencies. They harbored the same beliefs as those before them. Those that passed on their belief to the Nazis in Germany. Okay, so this is something that they don't want to talk about. The Nazis did not come up with their ideology of the extermination of the European Jews on their own. All right? You can go search archives. You'll find Nazis right here in New York City, right here in America. Okay? They were having marches and rallies prior to the start of World War II. Anyway, like I said, when you understand who you are dealing with, you will not be surprised. And so for TIs who, if you watch my channel and if you're new to being a target individual, stop. Don't ponder about how evil these people are. Know that they're evil. Know their ideology. Know their mentality. Know how they understand that people are easily manipulated. Okay? Know that. Know that they can get citizens to become mass murderers or participate in mass murder. Okay? Understand that. Like I said, those things don't surprise me. I'm not surprised. That's what I speak on those things because, again, you learn the truth. Okay, when you learn the past, you're able to avoid the past from repeating itself, particularly the bad things about the past. You know what they say, right? If you don't know the past, we are doomed to repeat history. And if you don't know history, we are doomed to repeat it, which is the negative thing that happens in the past. Mass surveillance in Germany, citizens spying on each other, particularly German citizens spying on European Jewish German citizens. What you think what you're doing to these perps, what you think that what they're doing today to us is anything new? It's nothing new. Okay? And again, that's just one aspect of this program. So, with that being said, Um, like I said, just you guys can go look up yourself. Okay, you know this. Before I go, there was a movie um, about these black women who work for NASA, right? I forgot the name of the movie, but let me ask you a question. We didn't even know about these women who work for NASA until what? They made a movie about it, which is a couple of years ago. I'm not even sure how long. So understand how far they'll go to hide the truth, and that people have to go looking to find the truth. And even these women, the survivors, they're still alive today, I think, right? They don't even speak about it. I mean, what did they have to sign an NDA? You know, and also what happened? There are black men that works in position of government, working in corporate America, inventors. There's another black man who worked for NASA who invented uh, an advanced telescope that we never heard about. So that's children. That's black children. We're young. Imagine if we knew these things. But there's a reason why they hide those things from us. As black people, there's a reason why they don't want us to know about black people who are inventors, creators of some of the most pioneering inventions in the world. So, something to think about. And like I said, if you go and you look up this dude, okay, Kurt Heinrich, the D boss, you will see him sitting down in a picture with JFK at NASA, surrounded by other NASA employees, all white, so that you know. And those same ideology is passed on down to their offsprings, who grow up to be adults, who have the same mentality. So understand how they can do the things that they do. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.